Welcome back. Many people do not know this, but decades ago, Delhi was home to a thriving wilderness called the Delhi Ridge. It was part of the Aravalli Range, which begins in Gujarat. We are talking about a proper forest where that had lots of wild animals. But as Delhi developed into a modern metropolis, the ridge was gradually destroyed. All that remains is 32 square kilometers of a wildlife sanctuary called Asola Bhatti. A few days ago, we got a good news from the sanctuary. The Bombay Natural History Society posted a video on their Instagram page. It shows 2 leopard cubs slowly emerging from their burrow. We'll put that picture out for you as well. This video, of course, was from Jorahat. Now, why is this important? It's important because leopard sightings are very rare in Asola. After the 1940s, there were 0 sightings for many decades. It was only in the last couple of years that the big cats were spotted once again. Let me also tell you about another incident that happened earlier this week. A leopard was spotted in a housing society in Greater Noida. Now, both the Forest Department and local authorities are on the lookout for this big cat. They have laid traps across the society, across Greater Noida as well, but so far they've had no luck. In fact, they ended up trapping 4 stray dogs instead of leopards. The question is, how did this big cat reach Greater Noida in the first place? And what about Asola? How have the leopards reclaimed the urban jungle, as it was? Sanjay Gubbi is a senior scientist. In fact, he's a leopard scientist. Sanjay, thank you very much for your time here on Mirror Now. Can I ask you about why the news from the Asola Bhatti is particularly good? After all, this is a reserve right in the middle of a very, very crowded urbanized city.
Thank you for asking me this question. It's not actually right in the middle of this city. It's on the outskirts of the city. And it's linked to the Aravallis. It's part of the Aravallis and linked to Sariska National Park or Sariska Tiger Reserve in Rajasthan. So there's a very linear patch which goes from Asola Bhatti, which is a small area, though 32 square kilometers. It's a good thriving habitat because it's part of the Aravallis, number one. Number two, it's a reclaimed area from mining. Earlier, the mining was going on. So as everybody knows, the Bombay Natural History Society in through a year-long study from 2021 to 2022, they found a variety of wildlife in this area, including 8 leopards. Perhaps then there are more number of leopards because they've just used the minimum numbers. They found hyenas, they found Bengal fox, they found golden jackal. Apart from that, they found a lot of leopard prey, including sambar, cheetal, langur, rhesus macaque, of course, which is very common in Delhi, both langur and rhesus macaque. And this is good prey base for leopards. And leopards, like several other wildlife in India, are also expanding, and they're getting into areas where they were not found earlier, perhaps. One reason. The second reason could also be that we just weren't aware that these leopards were found in these areas. Only because of recent technology and recent science, people doing scientific work in these areas, we have been spotting leopards. Of course, it's very important that you conserve this corridor between Asola Bhatti Wildlife Sanctuary and the Sariska Tiger Reserve. It's a very linear patch, but still very important for leopards.
Okay, we'll leave it there for the moment. I'm completely out of time, Sanjay. Thank you very much for joining us.